Hi, I'm Anita and Thomas. Welcome back to today's session. Today we are going to deal with yearbook, biographical sources, geographical sources and statistical sources. Reference sources provide general background information, quick access to important factual and statistical information, and reference to other source of information. Reference sources can be classified into general and specialized or subject reference sources. General reference sources are broad in scope and cover more than one subject area. Specialized or subject reference sources are narrower in scope and are limited to providing information on one subject. According to ALA Glossary, yearbook is annual compendium of current information in descriptive and statistics form, and sometimes it is limited to a specific field. It aims to cover activities taken place during a period of 1 year, and sometimes it is limited to a particular subject, country or region. It is a summary of events of preceding year. It is categorized into 4 such as International Yearbook, National Yearbook, Organisational Yearbook and Subject-based Yearbook. International Yearbook. It gives the details of international level organizations and details of the countries regarding geographical area, population, government, politics, educational institutions, etc. Example, Statesman's Yearbook, Europa Yearbook. National Yearbook. It gives national level details of states of the country. Example, India, a reference annual. Next, Organisational Yearbook. It is published by organizations and includes activities, plans, various decisions, membership, etc. Example, a Yearbook of Commonwealth, London, United Nations Yearbook of United Nations. Subject-based. Subject-based gives information about a particular subject. Example, Yearbook of Higher Education, Yearbook of Human Rights. Let us move on to evaluate some important yearbooks. Europa Yearbook. It is published by Europa, London in 1959. It is an annual publication and is published in 2 volumes. Volume 1 consists of international organizations and countries of Europe, and Volume 2 consists of countries of Africa, America, Asia and Australia. It gives information about UN and other leading organizations. It provides information about trade associations and unions, railway, governments, publishers, details of newspapers and periodicals, constitutions, populations, finance, industry, banks, list of universities, etc. It is an excellent source for current information about various international organizations and countries. India, a reference annual. This annual publication is compiled and edited by Publication Division, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Government of India. It is an annual publication and it provides information on various aspects of India and major services and activities of Indian government. It lists important Indian events in chronological order and award winners' details. It is provided with detailed index and bibliography at the end. Almanacs. ALA Glossary defines almanacs as an annual publication containing a calendar frequently accompanied by astronomical data and other information. It is an annual yearbook of statistics and other information, sometimes in a particular field. It provides both current and retrospective information. It covers particular region or subject, or it can be limited to a particular country or state. Almanacs can be grouped into 3 categories based on their scope, purpose and coverage information. They are astronomical almanacs, informational almanacs and topical almanacs. Astronomical almanacs. It gives astronomical and astrological information of the coming year. Example, Astronomical Ephemeris, London, Indian Ephemeris and Nautical Almanac. Informational Almanacs. Informational almanacs contains general information. Example, Whitaker's Almanacs, World Almanac and Book of Facts. Topical almanacs. This contains information on a specific subject or topic. Example, Economic Almanac. Let us move on to discuss some of the important almanacs. Whitaker's Almanac. It is published by J. Whitaker and Sons, London, and it was founded by Joseph Whitaker in 1868. It gives astronomical information and other phenomena and a vast amount of information pertaining to government, finance, population, commerce and general statistics of the various nations of the world. World Almanacs and Book of Facts. It is published by Newspaper Enterprises Association, London in 1868. It gives factual information and statistical data on social, political, industrial, financial, educational, cultural and other subjects. It also gives various subjects of current events, population, census, etc. The Almanacs of American Politics. Yearbook and almanacs usually contain the following kinds of information. First one, chronological list of important events of the year. Second one, summaries of the political, social and cultural events of the year. Third, major developments and trends in various fields including science and technology during the year. And fourth, short bibliographies of notable living persons and also obituaries of leading personalities. Fifth, information about organizations. Sixth, statistical information about different fields including important sport events, prizes, awards, populations, etc. Seventh, in short, relatively brief current information on subjects or persons or organizations or events. These sources of information may be used to find answers to the following questions. Who won a Nobel Prize in Physics last year? What were the important developments in chemistry during the last year? Who won Wimbledon's single final in 1995? What were the trends in fashion in 1978? Which were the outstanding movies of 1986? Some other information a yearbook can provide is as follows. Important events of 1994 to 1995, important events of the world which happened during 1994, number of cinemas in Delhi and their seating capacity, percentages of illustrate in different countries, complete winners of Nobel Prize in different subjects, details like UN Assembly, UNO, UNESCO, SAARC countries, European countries, Commonwealth countries, etc. Details of higher educational institutions, other institutions like national laboratories, IITs, IIM, etc. The official languages of countries, recent development in science and technology, details, population, rivers, etc. Let us now move on to biographical sources. Biographies are the recorded experiences of an individual, a society, or a group. Biographical sources are an important source of information and provides basic facts about one or more persons who made some mark in any field of human activity. It gives information of notable persons, living or dead, with regards to his date and place of birth, nationality, academic background, professional experience and expertise, important contributions in life, writings and works, important landmarks in life, and brief sketch of personal life of the persons, those who are involved in social, cultural and political fields. Biographical sources can be divided into current biographical sources and retrospective biographical sources. Current biographical sources. Current biographical sources provide current biographical information. It can be categorized into four. First one, universal general biographical sources. Dictionary of International Biography, Cambridgeshire International Who's Who. Universal specialized or subject biographical sources such as World Military Leaders, New York, Bowker, International Authors and Writers Who is Who, Soham. National biographical sources such as India Who's Who, New Delhi, INFA, Reference India, Delhi, Ritacimento. National specialized or subject biographical sources such as Artists Directory, New Delhi, Lalit Kala Academy, Lok Sabha Who's Who, New Delhi, Lok Sabha Secretariat. Retrospective biographical sources. It gives retrospective biographical information and it can be categorized as Universal General Biographical Sources, Cambridge Biographical Dictionary, Cambridge University Press 1990, Webster's New Biographical Dictionary, Springdale, Webster 1988, Universal Specialized Subject Biographical Sources, Biographical Dictionary of Scientists, Harper Collins, Dictionary of Scientific Biography, New York 1970 to 1980, National Biographical Sources, Dictionary of National Biography, Calcutta 1972 to 74, National Biographical Dictionary of India, Bombay 1986. National Specialized Subject Biographical Sources. Who is Who of Indian Martyrs, New Delhi. Who is Who of Indian Writers, New Delhi, 1983. Let us move on to discuss some biographical sources. Webster's Biographical Dictionary. It was published by Springfield, Massachusetts Merriam Company, 1974. It lists over 40,000 names of persons from all nations in all periods. It covers details of both living and dead persons. It gives all details of persons regarding name, nationality, occupation, career, achievements, publications, and so forth. It has international coverage and scope. However, American and British people get most of the space in the source. It provides some Indian entries also like Kalidas, Nanak, Premchand, Tagore, etc. International Who is Who. It was published by Europa Publications, London in 1954. It is an annual international biographical publication. It lists out 12,000 to 15,000 prominent persons in Europe, North and South America, Asia, Africa, Australia in the field of international affairs, governments, administration, diplomacy, science, medicine, law, literature, business, music, arts, etc. Dictionary of Scientific Biography. It is edited by Charles Colston Gillespie. It is a good source of life history of outstanding scientists no longer living in the area of mathematics, astronomy, physics, chemistry, biology, and earth science. It is a good source for non-Western scientists from countries like Japan, India, China, who are not well represented in standard biographical sources. Next, geographical sources. Geographical sources help to find out description about geographical places in countries, states, regions, districts, cities, mountains, rivers, lakes, and all places throughout the world. It gives the geographical representation of places. Geographical sources is specifically prepared to provide geographical information. It is divided into following subcategories. First one, gazetteers for identification and sometimes brief description. Second, guidebooks for long descriptions from travel point of view. Third, maps, atlas and globes for visual location and identification. Gazetteers. It is alphabetically arranged geographical dictionary of places. It helps to find out list of geographical places like towns, cities, oceans, rivers, mountains, etc. It should provide officially standardized form of spelling of place names along with cross-reference to variant spellings and information provided by gazetteers which should be up to date. Some important gazetteers are Webster's New Geographical Dictionary. It is published by Merriam-Webster and it is popular geographical dictionary listing more than 47,000 place names and geographical names. It gives information on population, location, altitude, geographical features and historical backgrounds. It consists of 217 black and white maps. Columbia Lippincott Gazetteer of the World. It is edited by Leon E. Seltzer with geographical research staff of Columbia University Press and with the cooperation of American Geographical Society. It provides information about pronunciation of place names, location, area, population, geographical and physical description, historic and economic facts, etc. Maplandia.com. It provides the searchable World Gazetteer based on Google Maps, the most comprehensive online satellite imagery ever available. More than 20 lakh places all over the world are divided into many geographical categories according to continents, countries and administrative regions. Other examples are Chambers World Gazetteer, Gazetteer of India, Indian Union, Imperial Gazetteer of India, the National Geographical Dictionary of India, Statesman's Yearbook World Gazetteer. Guidebooks. It is a handbook of travelers and gives information about a city, a country, a region, a religious place, hotels, historical places and so forth. It is basically meant for people who want to visit various places of the world. Some important guidebooks are Fodor's Guide. It is edited by Eugene Fodor and published by Mackay, London. This annual publication has wide dimension and scope. It gives various types of information about India like physical features, constitutions, population, religion, etc. It gives information region-wise such as northern, western, central, southern and eastern. It contains articles on history, literature, arts, philosophy and public life of India. It also contains glossary of certain terms with their meaning in English. Murray's Handbook for Travellers in India, Burma and Ceylon. It is published by Murray, London. It provides maps, lists of terms, lists of books for further reading about India, Burma and Ceylon. Other examples are Hill Resorts of India, The Traveller's Handbook, India Handbook. Atlas, Maps and Globes. Atlas, Maps and Globes. Atlases are collections of maps covering a given area to which may range from the entire world to a small geographic area. There are three categories of atlases available: current, thematic and historical. Current world atlases. It requires up-to-date information on geographical and political changes in the world. Some important current world atlases are Times Atlas of the World, the New York Times Atlas, smaller one, Hammond's Atlas of the World, National Geographic Atlas, Rand McNally's America Family United States Atlas, Picture Atlas of the World, Encarta Interactive World Atlas. Times Atlas of World History. It is published by Times Books of England. It provides detailed coverage of different countries of the world. It consists of three parts. First part consisting of details of world minerals, causes of energy and food, and a variety of diagrams and star charts, and the second part consisting of atlases itself, and the other part is index. The New International Atlas. It is published by Rand McNally Company, Chicago. It consists of 300 maps. It also consists of illustrations, diagrams and brief articles on topics like weather, geology, oceans, etc. Historical atlases. Historical atlases are necessary for study of early exploration, boundary changes and military campaigns. Examples of historical atlas: the Historical Atlas of the United States, Atlas of Russian History, Hammond's American History Atlas, Atlas of Classical History. Thematic Atlases. Thematic atlases emphasize a specific subject or a region. Examples of thematic atlases are the Atlas of North America, West Point Atlas of American Wars, the Pacific War Atlas, Atlas of the Arab World. Map is a pictorial representation of Earth showing physical features, cities, roads, etc. It is an important source for historic investigation. Various types of maps are available. They are physical map, topographical map, a route map, a political map, historical map, and so forth. Examples of maps are Hyderabad in Maps. It is published by Bureau of Economics and Statistics, Hyderabad, Government of Andhra Pradesh. Madhya Bharat in Maps. It is published by Department of Economics, Intelligence and Statistics. Maharashtra in Maps. It is published by Maharashtra State Board for Literature and Culture and compiled by K.R. Dikshit with the assistance of Charulata Patil, Bombay. A globe is a three-dimensional spherical scale model of Earth, terrestrial globe or geographical globe, or other celestial body such as a planet or moon. While models can be made of objects with arbitrary or irregular shapes, the term globe is used only for models of objects that are approximately spherical. Next, statistical sources. Statistical sources provide information regarding statistics which are concerned with the collection, classification, analysis, and interpretation of numerical facts or data. It provides ready-made compiled statistics in all the fields, authentic data in all sorts of subjects from official data records collected, population statistics regarding births, death, age-wise, sex-wise information, history and statistics of multiple aspects in last centuries, decades or years, and comparative statistics of various countries. Let us move on to study the types of statistical sources. Dictionaries and Encyclopaedia. Dictionaries very often provide population statistics and encyclopedia provides socio-economic data about large geographical areas. Statistical Dictionary of Terms and Symbols, New York, Wiley, 1939. Dictionary of Statistics, London, Routledge. Yearbooks, Directories and Atlases. It is also useful for locating statistical information. Example, Statistical Yearbook of the League Nations, Directory of International Statistics. Europa World Plus. Europa World Plus is the online version of Europa World Yearbook and the 9-volume Europa Regional Surveys of the World series. It covers more than 250 countries and territories with a statistical section for each country. Biographical sources. It gives details regarding date of birth, death of date, sex, age, occupation, addresses, etc. Bibliographies and Indexes. It provides details of statistical sources. Government reports. It is published by various government departments like Census Report, Survey Report, Abstract and Research Report, etc. Example, Statistical Abstract India, Statistical Abstract of the US. Specific statistical sources. It is specialized statistical sources pertaining to different subjects. International statistical sources. Examples are Demographic Yearbook. The United Nations Demographic Yearbook collects, compiles and disseminates official statistics on a wide range of topics. FAO-Stat, an online database maintained by the Food and Agricultural Organization of the United Nations. It contains over 3 million records covering international statistics in areas such as production, trade, population, agricultural machinery, food aid shipments, land use and irrigation, and forestry products among many others. Some statistical sources are evaluated. Statistics Yearbook. It is compiled by the United Nations Statistical Office at New York. It provides a summary of international data for various countries of the world, covering the basic data from over 150 areas of the world in the fields of agriculture, finance, manufacturing, mining, transportation, trade, population, education, etc. Demographic Yearbook. It is published by the United Nations Statistical Office, New York. It provides vital statistics about nations of the world, including birth rate, deaths, area, population, and population movements. Census of India. It is published by the Registrar General and Census Commissioner of India. It provides population figures and also provides data regarding demographic studies and information on social, ethnographic, religious and other aspects of Indian people, survey reports on towns and villages, survey of industries, housing reports, language survey reports and various types of tables. It consists of number of series. The first series covering India as whole and the remaining series for each state and territory union. Each series is divided into parts and subparts containing different types of information. Current reference sources. Various current reference sources are categorized as indexes to newspaper, news summaries and news digest, and summaries of television and radio broadcast. An index to newspaper is the index of news articles in dailies. News summaries and news digests give current information and provide brief summary of new items. Summaries of television and radio broadcast give summaries of news items broadcasted by TV and radio. These are very effective current information sources. Some current information sources are evaluated. Keesing's Record of World Events. It is published by Keesing's Worldwide. This monthly publication covers all the important world events in international and national politics and economics. Formerly, it was known as Keesing's Contemporary Archives. It is an excellent tool for international affairs. Asian Recorder. It is published by K.K. Thomas, New Delhi. It is a weekly digest of Asian events with index. It provides weekly summary of current events happening in all countries of Asia as well as those about Asia happening outside Asia. It consists of 3 parts such as events in all countries of Asia listed under each country, events about Asia happening outside Asia listed under separate heading, and sports events listed at the end without considering the country. Fact on File. It is published by Facts on File, New York. It is a weekly world news digest and provides factual summary of the important facts relating to news events in the form of objective, brief and factual reports. News items are organized as world affairs, national affairs, foreign affairs, finance, economics, sports, etc. It is fully indexed every 2 weeks. Web resources for reference. The number of internet reference tools increases every year. There are university-sponsored reference sites such as internet subject directories or virtual libraries such as reference sources. Virtual libraries. They are websites created by librarians with index quality web links which can help you find quality internet reference tools. Many of these sites have specific general reference sections. Some of the virtual libraries are Reference Desk, librarians index to the internet. It includes links to other information sources including almanacs, calendars, dictionaries, encyclopedias, holidays, names, phone books and statistics. General reference. www.virtuallibrary.com. One of the first virtual library sites started by Tim Berners-Lee, the creator of HTML and the website itself. Reference and periodicals, awesome library. This virtual library provides separate indexes for teachers, kids, teens, parents, librarians, and community. Reference resources. Internet Public Library, maintained by University of Michigan. Reference works are broken into over 20 subcategories from almanacs to trivia. Electronic resources. For the reference desk, a selective list of reference sites from the Library of Congress. Some of the selected sites that represent the variety of online resources are bartleby.com, the Riley Guide, NIH Health Information, Zip Code Lookup, and Address Information. Evaluation of reference sources. Criterion used for the evaluation of reference source is almost the same. These are authority, scope, arrangement, entries, and items of information, revision, special features, drawbacks, and format. Authority. The work should be authoritative, that is, it should be accurate and dependable. It depends upon the reputation of the author, distributor, compiler, publisher, sponsoring agency, etc. Scope and purpose. Editors should state scope and purpose of work in the preface and introduction. It can be evaluated on the basis of coverage, limitation, purpose, kind of material, language, place, period, etc., and also find out whether it is comprehensive or selective, current or retrospective. Arrangement. Users should approach reference work by subject, author, title, or any other suitable items. The entries should be arranged in a good order that the information is located easily and quickly. In this regard, there are a number of possibilities to arrange reference works. They are alphabetical by author, subject title, publisher, or any suitable items, chronologically by the date of publication, dictionary-wise arrangement, alphabetico-classed arrangement, classified or bipartite arrangement, entries and items of information. A good reference source should provide author, collaborator, subject, series, titles as well as cross-references. The main should provide the details of author, collaborator, subject, series, titles, editor, edition, imprint, volumes, binding, price, etc. Uniformity and consistency must be followed throughout the preparation of reference work. Revision. It is to be kept up to date, and periodical and continuous revision policy should be adopted for updation. Special feature. The distinguished features should be considered in the preparation of reference work, and it is mentioned in the preface and introduction of reference work. It should also examine whether the work is new or unique, or it is more authentic than others. Drawback. For checking drawback, coverage, limitations, indexes, timeliness, and cumulations and price must be considered. Format. The quality of printing, typeface, paper, binding, etc. must be considered in the preparation of bibliography. Let us now move on to summarize the session. In this module, we discussed about types and examples of yearbook, almanacs, biographical sources, geographical sources, statistical sources, and current reference sources, and also discussed criteria used for the evaluation of reference sources. Teaching and learning activities make it obligatory for libraries to make good collection of these types of information sources. These types of reference sources can be used by reference librarians as a ready reference source to find out answers to a lot of queries. In this regard, the above discussed sources are very important sources of information. Now please try to answer a few questions. Write short note on yearbook. Enumerate the difference between maps, atlases, and globes. Explain the type of current information sources. Write a brief note on statistical sources. Briefly evaluate Keesing's record of world events. Briefly evaluate any one of the biographical sources. Explain Gazetteers with examples. Now, few reference books for your reference. Yearbook, ALA Glossary of Library Terms with a selection of terms in related fields, Chicago, ALA, 1943. Almanacs, ALA Glossary of Library Terms with a selection of terms in related fields, Chicago, ALA, 1943. Reference Service by Krishnan Kumar, Vikas Publishing House, New Delhi, 1994. Manual of Reference and Information Sources, Volume 2 by Seva Singh, BR Publishing Corporation, New Delhi, 2004. Information Sources and Services by PSG Kumar, BR Publishing Corporation, New Delhi, 2004. A Student's Manual of Library and Information Science, Volume 2 by PSG Kumar, BR Publishing Corporation, New Delhi, 2002. Hope today's session was beneficial for you. Thank you for watching today's program. Goodbye.